Dana, do we have time for one more?
Yeah, I have time. I got a 3 o'clock today if you guys want to hang.
We're going to Jeremy. Taking us home. Last question.
All right, thanks, guys. So, hey, Dana, I got turned on to me from Corey Disson.
Oh.
I got your book. Corey's a man. He's a madman. I read the book. Excellent book. Corey, I believe it was Rivera said, there's no big moments. Right? Yeah. He slows the moment down. He gave you that advice. And that, I'll tell you, I took that advice into a very big strategical negotiation. And I wasn't nervous. Mm-hmm. It was just good timing. So thanks for that advice. But I want to ask you though, specifically, you work with the highest caliber athletes. Now you're working with business folks. And I know you talked about Jeter having confidence, but there's a difference in confidence and self-esteem. Okay. And I know with athletes, they can be confident, but if they're in a slump, their self-esteem could vary, go up and down. When I'm working with new clients, small business owners, I have a problem I see with their self-esteem. Like their confidence is okay because they've succeeded in life. They got a new business and they're happy, but they have a problem with their believing in themselves. Just they have ups and downs, like you talked a little bit about earlier. But what would your experience tell you on dealing with the difference between high self-confidence and high or low self-esteem, especially when they're in conflict with each other?
See, I was gonna actually turn that back to you because I wanted to know how you define self-esteem.
Just self-esteem is a perception of your worth. Okay. Self-confidence is the belief I can do something. Robin Williams had one. He goes up on stage, talk with a microphone, right, and talks to thousands of people. That's a lot of self-confidence. But he obviously had a self-esteem issue because he hung himself. Right. And you have mental issues that play into that, of course. But there is a difference between self-esteem and self-confidence, and so they're people.
So I want to jump in because I know where you're going with this. I believe that there is also an illusion of self-confidence that often exists in people, right? There's the illusion of self-confidence, which means that it's not actually real. So I met Robin Williams, and he's a nut job, or was a total crazy person, but he was talented, right? So he was able to go out and perform his talent, but outside of that, he was crazy. You couldn't have a conversation with him. He'd turn into different people in conversing with him. It was the most wild, 30 minutes I've ever had. We were at Billy Crystal's birthday party, and Robin Williams is a good friend, and he was there. And I left and I said, that guy's crazy. But to your point, I believe that there's also an illusion of confidence. Confident people don't walk around saying how confident they are, right? And often it's like that quote, right? The loudest in the room is often the weakest in the room.
Yeah.
But we have to understand, like, confidence actually is truly believing in yourself, regardless of what the outside world says of you, right? So what I find is when we talk about self-confidence and self-belief, I really believe that they're linked together, and I don't believe that you could really have one without the other. And what is a true illustration of self-belief and self-confidence is no longer desiring or looking for the applause of an outside party or parties to validate who you are internally. So when there's that gap that sits there, that's where the biggest issue is. And there's a lot of folks, and even in business, that they're doing things because they feel that they have to do it this way, because that's what will get them, either A, recognition, or B, people to believe in them, but they don't believe in it themselves. So anytime there's a gap that exists, again, going back to the gaps, I feel like that's where the biggest problems exist. So there's people that are very confident in their talent because it's talent and it comes natural for them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they have deep belief. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that they're confident as an individual. So confident in your talent and confident as a person are two different things. And this is where I'm going to bring it full circle for you. You could be confident in your talent, and have low self-esteem and low confidence.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. That's a great way to say
Yeah.
it. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
I guess it's
question.
about asking the right questions, and with that in mind, with that kind of angle, that might help me ask the right question. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Cool. You got it. Thank you.